Hello and welcome to another episode here at Big Man in the Woods. My name's Mark, your online scout leader, helping you become a better scout leader and enjoy camping. Now in this one, it's all about you. You've sent me questions. In fact, I've got a whole tin here full of questions that you have emailed me, Facebooked me, Twittered me, and I've printed them all out into this tin. And I'm going to pick 10 of those questions, to answer. Now, I don't know. They're going to be random ones, so some are scout related, some are about me. I don't know. So do you know what? Let's crack on and answer your questions. Thank you very much. Right, let's go for the first one. Right, first question. If a scout is running downhill towards a brick wall at 50 miles an hour, at which point would you start completing the paperwork from utility? Oh, what? Where am I getting these questions from? Right, let's get a better one. What is your favorite thing about your career? So my career is working in an operating theatre as an operating department practitioner. I do anaesthetics, and it's about, there's a million and one things that I love about my career, but mainly probably helping people, knowing that they're in discomfort, they're in pain, they've hurt themselves, and I'm part of a team that help them on the road to get recovery, and get fixed and get better or whatever. That's probably one of my favorite things about my job. Next question. Just look at this one. How often do you buy badges? My wife was watching these. I never buy badges. They are donated or I win them in raffles. Honestly, I'm buying badges probably once a fortnight, once a month. I've got these lovely badges sent to me this week actually. Look at these bad boys, and a new scarf. So yeah, probably at least once a month. What was the last book that you read? In fact, I'm still reading the Paul Kirtley Axe and Wilderness book. I'm still going through that. And also, got delivered today is Matt Lucas, Really Silly Games, I think it's called. I saw it online. Apparently it's got some really good games for scouts. So kind of flicking through that. What makes you laugh the most? Oh, God. Probably my kids. My boy is... yeah, he's just as nutty as me. Load of different things. In particular, tonight at Scouts, my assistant scout leader is running cooking night, and we've gone into the cooking cupboard and we have found the frying pans that look like this. And I know the Cubs were the last ones to use it pre-lockdown doing Pancake Day. Would you rather have a pin badge for your hat or sew on a badge for your camp blanket? Oh man, that is a tricky one. As you probably know, I'm rubbish at sewing on badges. So, yeah, probably a pin badge for my hat. Local rules. A help to scout leaders or hindrance. They can be helpful and they can be a hindrance. I guess sometimes with local rules it changes, doesn't it? From district to district. And some of it is just... I can't think off the top of my head because my district's quite cool with the local rules. We don't really have that many of them, and most of them are all kind of common sense. But I know sometimes it can be really confusing, particularly during the kind of the COVID risk assessment. Some districts are saying you need to risk assess everything, and some people are saying no. So yeah, local scout rules are probably more a hindrance than anything else. Is your glass half full or half empty? Honestly, it's normally half empty. I try and be optimistic, but I don't know, I don't know. Yeah, honestly, it's half empty. If you were Chief Scout for a year, what would be the first thing you would introduce? Free tea for leaders. I don't know, that's really silly. I don't know. I think the Chief Scout is doing an amazing job. Bear Grylls, I really respect him, as you know, and he's done an awesome job. And people, they criticize him for not doing enough Scout events or something. So maybe trying to turn up to more Scout events and meet and greet, particularly the children and also the leaders. You know, I know Bear gets criticised quite a lot for not spending time with the leaders, with the adult volunteers and stuff. So maybe something around about that. On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny would you say you are? Of course, I would say 10. If you ask my kids, probably they would say 2. Do you have a motto, spoken or unspoken? Really good question. Love that. It's well known. My kind of personal motto is never give up. And I kind of had it before Bear Grylls put it out in the public. That's his motto, never give up. And that's kind of something I've done for as long as I can remember. When times are hard, when life is hard, when you're struggling, even if you're having a crap day, or particularly like me, if I'm doing trying to get fit, I'm having a PT session and just can't do another one or two, and my trainer's like, come on Mark, you can do it, kind of say that in my head, never give up, and try and get another 2 or 3 reps. And that's also something I try and instill in my children, particularly my daughter when she's struggling with her maths and she thinks she can't do it. I've been trying to teach her that kind of motto, is never give up, and just try again. What would you change about scouting if you could? Do you know what? It's the politics. There's so much politics in scouting, whether that's in your group. As a group scout leader, that's kind of one of my jobs, trying to minimize that, but it's always going to be there. But yeah, politics from group to group, in district, in county, even national. I know in some of the SASU units, politics is just rife, isn't it? So yeah, I would definitely change politics. What did you want to be when you were small? I can't remember the last time. 6'3", so nah. See, I'm funny. No, as a kid, I always wanted to be on radio, and I remember being from my bedroom, overlooking the window, pretending I was on BBC Radio 1 doing a live road show. So I always wanted to be a radio DJ, and I'm so grateful, so pleased that I managed to present on professional radio for many, many years. So yeah, kind of the things I've wanted to do. I always wanted to be a paramedic. I didn't go into paramedics for some other reasons, money. That's the truth, and I kind of fell into the job that I'm doing now in the operating theatre, so it's kind of connected. Who is my hero? You're all probably going to go, oh, it's Bear Grylls. It's not. My hero is my granddad. Sadly, he passed away when I was like 13 years old, but he's still around. When I'm struggling and I need a question, I kind of take some time out and ask what would my granddad do? What would he advise me to? And many years ago, in my house, I planted a rose bush in memory of my granddad, and I often go and sit down there with a brew when life is tough. And I need some advice, and I just kind of sit there and just kind of either talk to him or just kind of say, what would granddad do in this situation? So yeah, I think honestly my granddad is my true hero, and I'd love to have met him as an adult. Like I say, he passed away when I was 12 or 13, something like that. So I never I spent a lot of time with him, but now is the years that I'd like to be with him, if you get what I mean, as an adult. Aside from necessities, what one thing could you not go for a day without? Man, you think you all know the answer to that. Tea. Can never go without a brew. Oh, let's see how many more questions we can go. How many languages do you speak? I speak apparently 3: English, French, and Portuguese. My wife is Portuguese. Not fluently, but enough to get by. Who knows you the best? Simply my wife. She knows everything. What's the most unusual thing you've ever eaten? Easy question is the water beetle. Many years ago, I was lucky enough to take some scout leaders to the Tower of London to plant the ceramic poppies. Amazing day. Loads of stories about that. But then I took everyone for lunch afterwards, and I bought some grubs. And in the pub, with many strange looks, I challenged my other scout leaders to eat this beetle, and it was absolutely disgusting. And when you bit into the abdomen, it kind of exploded in this powder stuff, hit the back. Oh, it's disgusting. It was horrible. Look
at him in his Bear Grylls shirt eating the bugs.
Yay! They're very powdery.
No, I can't quite grasp why you're doing, because there's not...
There is a restaurant there. It's peckish.
You should see one. Yeah. There's nothing to it.
No, you haven't eaten the last bit.
Is that the head bit?
What 2 stations do you listen to in the car the most? I'm really retro. I love my 70s disco. So number 1 is always Heart 70s. I love, and I was lucky enough to work for Heart FM and present on there. So Heart 70s is my go-to station, and then followed by Gold. I love old music. I can't stand modern day pop music. We've got 3 more. Let's do 3 more questions. If you could share a meal with any 4 individuals, living or dead, who would they be? My granddad. He passed away. My dad passed away 5 years ago. Bear would be awesome. And the 4th one, you! I would love to have dinner with you guys, particularly around a campfire. What is the one thing you will never do again? Probably eat those grubs. Those water beetles were absolutely disgusting. Maybe. What is your biggest fear? I have two biggest fears. Snakes and spiders. Probably everyone kind of says I'm scared of death, but I deal with death quite often at the hospital, and I'm not scared of it. It's part of the thing that we are going to do, and that's the one thing me and you have connected. We're going to die at some point, isn't it? No matter how old, race, sexuality, where we live, all that kind of thing, we're all going to die at some point, and it's just a part of life, and we've just got to accept it and live life like the most. You know, my mum always says, from my youngest I can remember, is life is not a dress rehearsal. Live each day like there's no tomorrow. And that's why I kind of do. Yeah, we all have those bad days and down days, but I try and stay positive and try and live for today and not in the future. I do have some future goals, but try not to set them too far ahead. Make them achievable. And yeah, so you probably thought I was going to say death, but no, snakes and spiders, I cannot stand them. Oh man, that's the end of the questions. Don't know why I did that. Guys, thank you very much for your questions. Let me check one more. I do have one more. I knew I had one more because it was the biggest question. Here we go. Do you think the uniform should be revamped to reflect current society? We have so many young people and leaders that are wanting to get involved but don't want to wear the current shirt. Instead, wishing for a top or hoodie and necker with scout shirt for special occasions like Bear Grylls does. Do you know what? Whoever wrote that question probably knows me so well, because I think exactly the same. You know, I'm wearing the uniform here because we expect our scouts to wear the uniform on scout night. So I say to my leaders, if we want the scouters to wear a uniform, we should do as well. But to be honest, I don't really like wearing it. It's not comfortable. The material's horrible. It doesn't fit well. It's not practical. The trousers that I've got on now, I change and I wear my own camping trousers because the official ones aren't very nice and they're not, you can't move them in that well. So I would probably agree with that question, that uniform wear on special occasions. As you can see, this is not my official scout uniform. I've got my Big Man in the Woods. I've got a nicer one that doesn't only wear for parades and stuff, so it's not all ripped and mucky and stuff. But normally on a scout night, we just wear a hoodie and always expect them to bring their necker. And I tell the whole story to the scouts that this is the most important thing that they should take pride in. And I know scout groups around the world don't have uniforms. They only have a necker, and this is the one thing they truly believe in, and they look after it and they iron it, and that's what I try and install in my scouts. So yeah, I would agree. On a week-to-week basis, just wear a scout t-shirt or a hoodie like I normally have my scout hoodie on, or my group scout top. We've got some t-shirts just down here. So yeah, I would probably agree with that. But I know that the scout uniforms are all being revamped at the moment, aren't they? Starting with the explorers and stuff. So yeah, we should. Right, guys, there we are. Lots and lots of questions. I love those questions. Lots. Thank you very much. But if you didn't send me in a question, or I didn't answer your question, my apologies. You can always email me your question, or social media me, or drop a comment in the video below, and I'll answer your question, whatever it is about me, scouts. Let me know. But yeah, be sensible with your questions. That's it, right, guys? I will see you on the next episode. If you want to learn some more about me, I've done some more of these learn about me videos. There's one here. Watch this one here. And don't forget, subscribe to Big Man in the Woods. And I'll see you next time here on Big Man in the Woods. How many times can I say Big Man in the Woods? Don't know.